When the summer sun scorches the earth and the air turns heavy with heat, most of us reach for air conditioners, fans, and cold drinks just to survive the day. But deep in the quiet countryside, the Amish thrive without any of it. No hum of machines, no electric chill, just the pure wisdom of generations who learned how to stay cool the natural way. Their secret isn't hidden in technology, but in timing, texture, and trust in nature's rhythm. So settle in and imagine life in a quiet valley. No machines, no noise, just the gentle hum of creation, as we uncover how the Amish keep calm, collected, and cool even in the heart of summer. 1. Deep-eaved roofs. In every Amish settlement, homes are built with wisdom earned from centuries of hot summers. The first secret lies in the roof. Amish roofs have deep eaves that stretch far beyond the walls, casting wide bands of shade across windows and porches. This single architectural choice blocks the high, punishing summer sun while still allowing the low, gentle light of morning and evening to enter. Inside, the difference is striking. Rooms remain cool, dim, and calm, even at midday. It's not just comfort. It's design born of deep observation of how the sun moves across their land. 2. Cross-ventilation. Windows. Step into an Amish home and you'll notice how air seems to move on its own. That's because every window is placed opposite another, allowing the wind to pass straight through the house. By opening shaded side windows more than the sunny side ones, the Amish create a suction effect that draws in cool air and pushes out warm air. During the day, they hang lightweight cotton curtains that flutter softly, spreading that air evenly across the room. At night, they open every window wide to invite the cool darkness in, letting the home breathe before closing it up at dawn to trap the freshness inside. 3. Elevated wooden floors. Unlike concrete slabs that soak up and store heat, Amish homes are built with slightly raised wooden floors. Beneath them, open space allows air to circulate freely, keeping the base of the house naturally ventilated. This airflow prevents the home from absorbing ground heat, while the wooden planks themselves stay cool and dry. It's a quiet, invisible cooling system that needs no electricity, no fans, and no machinery, just gravity, air, and clever design. 4. Light-colored exteriors. The Amish understand color as a form of temperature control. Their homes are rarely dark. Most are painted in soft creams, whites, or pale blues. These colors reflect sunlight instead of absorbing it, ensuring that the walls stay cool throughout the day. Even barns and storage sheds follow this principle, turning entire Amish communities into networks of reflective, temperature-balanced spaces. The lighter the exterior, the less heat seeps inside, a lesson modern homes often forget. Together, these first 4 methods show that cooling doesn't begin with appliances, it begins with architecture. For the Amish, comfort is not powered by electricity, it's powered by understanding. 5. Outdoor summer kitchens. During scorching months, the Amish move their heavy cooking outdoors. Most homes have a small structure called a summer kitchen, usually built beside the main house under a wide roof or open shed. Here, they use wood or coal stoves to prepare meals without heating the house. The separation keeps indoor temperatures remarkably low, while the open-air kitchen allows heat and smoke to drift away into the fields. Families gather around these spaces early in the morning when the air is still cool, and by noon most cooking is finished, leaving the main home airy and untouched by the day's warmth. 6. Cool cellars and spring houses. Long before refrigeration, Amish families built cellars deep into the earth, where the temperature remains naturally cool year-round. Here, they store milk, butter, and fresh produce in clay pots or tin pails covered with damp cloths. Some also use spring houses, small stone huts built over flowing creeks or underground springs. The moving water chills the air and keeps food fresh. On the hottest afternoons, it's common for children to sit on the steps above these spring houses, enjoying the natural coolness rising from below. 7. Clay jugs and evaporative cooling. In every Amish home, you'll find clay or earthenware jugs filled with cold well water. These aren't decorative, they're practical. The porous clay allows a slow evaporation of moisture from the surface, and that evaporation naturally cools the water inside. It's a principle as old as time, yet as effective as any modern fridge. Families refill these jugs every morning, and the water stays refreshingly cool throughout the day, even when the air outside is blistering. 8. Seasonal meals and cooling foods. The Amish diet changes with the weather. In summer, they favor foods that cool the body from within: cucumbers, lettuces, radishes, fresh milk, and buttermilk. Heavy stews and hot breads are replaced by cold salads, pickled vegetables, and slices of fruit straight from the garden. They even make hand-churned ice cream and store it in tin containers buried in crushed ice. Eating with the seasons isn't just tradition, it's biology understood intuitively, helping the body regulate its own temperature naturally. 9. Strategic tree planting. The Amish treat trees like nature's air conditioners. They plan them carefully, not for looks, but for function. Tall maples and oaks are planted along the southern and western sides of homes, where the sun beats down the hardest. Their thick foliage blocks direct sunlight, keeping the walls cool and the air fresh. By contrast, fruit trees and smaller shrubs are planted on the eastern side, allowing gentle morning light to filter through. Over time, these layers of shade create an invisible cooling system where each tree, branch, and leaf plays a role in maintaining balance between sun and shelter. 10. Living vine canopies. Around Amish porches, you'll often find thick vines, grapes, morning glories, or ivy, climbing wooden lattices. These vines act as living curtains, filtering sunlight and casting patterned shade across seating areas. As the wind moves through the leaves, it cools and moistens the air, turning a simple porch into a sanctuary of calm. When autumn arrives, the vines shed, letting in warmth again. It's seasonal design at its most natural, a perfect blend of beauty and practicality. 11. Shade gardens and cooling pathways. Beyond their homes, Amish families build shade gardens filled with moisture-loving plants like hostas, ferns, and mint. These plants release cool vapor into the air through a process called transpiration, helping to drop the temperature around them. Narrow walking paths lined with grass or soil, never concrete, keep surfaces cool underfoot. Even animals rest here during the day, enjoying the cooler microclimate created by greenery and shade. 12. Water barrels and reflection pools. The Amish also use water as a silent partner in their cooling methods. Rain barrels are positioned under roof edges to collect water, and when placed in shaded spots, they cool the surrounding air through evaporation. Some families even dig shallow reflection pools near gardens or porches. These small bodies of water bounce light softly while moderating temperature. The air near them feels fresher, especially when evening breezes move across the surface. 13. Breathable natural fabrics. The Amish wear long clothing, yet they rarely overheat. Their secret lies in the fabrics they choose. Every shirt, bonnet, and dress is made from natural fibers, cotton, linen, or light wool, which breathe effortlessly. These materials absorb sweat and allow it to evaporate, cooling the body the same way modern athletic wear does. Because their clothes are never tight, air moves freely underneath, creating a constant natural ventilation that synthetic materials could never match. 14. Light-colored attire. During summer, Amish men and women avoid dark colors entirely. Their clothing shifts to light blues, pale grays, and soft whites that reflect sunlight rather than absorb it. Even their head coverings serve a cooling purpose. Straw hats for men and white bonnets for women protect the head and face from direct heat, while the gaps in the weave allow hot air to escape. Their dress code isn't just modesty, it's survival science woven into faith and function. 15. Early rising and midday rest. Another reason the Amish stay cool is timing. Their day starts before sunrise, when the fields are still wrapped in mist and the air feels soft. They complete most heavy labor, plowing, milking, hauling, before the sun reaches its peak. When the afternoon heat arrives, the pace slows dramatically. Families retreat indoors, sit quietly on shaded porches, or rest in cellars. The Amish call this rhythm living with the sun, a lifestyle that spares both the body and the earth unnecessary strain. 16. Hand fans and cross breezes. Instead of relying on electric fans, Amish women often keep hand-woven fans made of straw or thin wood strips. They use them sparingly, preferring to sit where cross breezes flow through open windows or between barn doors. Some families hang damp cloths or thin quilts across doorways, turning even a faint breeze into a cool, moist drift of air. It's primitive yet peaceful, proof that comfort doesn't always require complexity. 17. Sparse interiors and breathable space. Amish homes are intentionally uncluttered, not just for simplicity, but for airflow. Fewer objects mean fewer surfaces that trap heat. Heavy drapes are replaced with lightweight curtains that sway with every breeze, and wide hallways allow crosswinds to move unblocked from one room to another. Even furniture placement is thoughtful. Chairs and beds are never pressed against walls, so cool air can circulate freely behind them. This minimalist design keeps air moving gently throughout the house, making even a hot day feel calm and breathable. 18. Wooden furniture and natural materials. Unlike modern homes filled with synthetic fabrics, Amish interiors rely on wood, solid oak, pine, or hickory, which doesn't trap heat like foam or plastic. Wooden chairs, tables, and floors stay cooler naturally, especially when wiped down with cold well water in the morning. The Amish often place woven rag rugs on the floor that can be lifted easily at night to let the coolness rise from below. It's a subtle harmony of comfort and practicality, turning furniture itself into part of the cooling system. 19. Cellar living. During peak heat, on especially hot afternoons, families retreat to the cellar, the coolest place in the home. Built deep into the earth and lined with stone, these spaces stay several degrees colder than above ground. Children sometimes nap there, while women do light chores like peeling fruit or sewing. The Amish even store bedding and quilts in cellars during summer, so when brought upstairs at night, the fabric feels cool and refreshing. It's an age-old practice that transforms the home into a layered temperature system, each floor serving a different purpose through the day. 20. Night cooling routine. As evening falls, every Amish household follows the same rhythm. Open every door and window wide. The day's trapped warmth drifts out while the cool night air flows in. Beds are often moved near open windows, and damp linen sheets hung beside them cool the air through gentle evaporation. By sunrise, when the air begins to warm again, the family closes everything up, trapping the coolness they gathered overnight. This careful daily pattern keeps their homes naturally comfortable, even during long heat waves. By keeping interiors airy, using materials that breathe, and respecting the natural temperature of the earth, the Amish have mastered indoor cooling without ever flipping a switch. 21. Cooled water basins in rooms. A clever trick used by the Amish involves placing wide ceramic or metal basins filled with cold well water in different rooms. As the water slowly evaporates, it cools the surrounding air through natural humidity control. Some families add sprigs of mint or basil into the water, creating both a refreshing scent and a cooling atmosphere. When placed near windows, these basins amplify breezes, turning every gust of air into a gentle, chilled draft that refreshes the entire space. 22. Damp curtains for evaporative cooling. Instead of relying on fans, Amish homes often hang slightly damp linen curtains over open windows. As breezes pass through, the moisture evaporates and drops the room temperature several degrees. The method is particularly useful in homes that face west, where afternoon heat can be intense. It's a practice passed down quietly, yet it mirrors the same principle used in modern evaporative coolers, proof that tradition often understood science before it had a name. 23. Barn ventilation systems. Amish barns are designed with airflow in mind, not just for the comfort of animals, but for the cooling of nearby areas. The barn roofs have cupolas, small raised openings that allow hot air to rise and escape, creating a vacuum effect that draws cooler air upward from below. Homes built near barns benefit from the air movement this creates, especially in open farmland where wind direction can be anticipated. The entire property becomes part of a continuous cooling circuit engineered by instinct and observation. 24. Water sprinkling around the home. During extreme heat, the Amish use water sparingly but wisely. They sprinkle small amounts on dirt paths and around the house's perimeter during midday. As the water evaporates, it cools the air close to the ground, which naturally flows toward open windows. The ground never stays muddy because the heat quickly absorbs the moisture, leaving behind a refreshing temperature drop. This simple method is especially effective before evening chores, when families gather outdoors for rest or conversation. Through these subtle yet powerful water-based tricks, the Amish manage to harness nature's own cooling technology. No noise, no power, no cost. It's a form of environmental engineering born from humility, where comfort is achieved not by overpowering the world, but by cooperating with it. 25. Shaded gathering spaces. In Amish villages, outdoor community life continues even under the hot summer sun, but never without shade. Every gathering place, from picnic spots to auction yards, is lined with tall trees or wooden awnings. Families set up benches beneath sprawling branches or along barns where shadows fall thick and steady. These shaded zones become natural cooling hubs where air moves freely and conversation flows as easily as the breeze. The Amish understand that fellowship feels best when comfort is shared, and they design their community life around this simple truth.